Let's see what Candace Owens is saying. The same thing happened to her, bro. She's really smart, extremely based. I haven't seen anything that I dislike from her. But she's same thing. They call her racist, alt-right, Nazi. Tell him to wake up, call him a faggot. I'm not going to call him a faggot. You think that's going to work? So you could go to Iran? I'm down. Is there what's the war situation like there right now? I know Biden pulled out some troops, but tell him he's a faggot-ass antichrist? No, I'm not going to say that.
I want to jump into this really big story that took place over the weekend. Andrew Tate has been released from prison. Now, just to back up, I've had so many conservatives. I just honestly thought it was quite disgusting that conservatives, when he was arrested, just said, we don't like him, and so we're going to support this arrest.
There you go with the infighting. Andrew Tate probably agrees with 95% of issues with conservatives, but this is why we're losing the culture war, because they're like, yeah, he's a womanizer. Good thing he's arrested. Meanwhile, drag queens are taking over. Look at this picture. Drag queens are taking over, and you guys are celebrating. Conservatives are just terrible, bro, because clout got to a lot of people's heads. They all wanted to be the guru.
What a bizarre thing. I don't care whether you like Andrew Tate or whether you believe in his ideas or whether you think he's a misogynist. I don't care if he actually is a misogynist. You don't lock someone up for no reason. And when I say for no reason, I mean that the Romanian government did not, the entire time that he was in prison, which is since last year, they held him in a small cell. He had access to nothing, and they did not bring any charges against him. They essentially arrested him so that they could investigate him.
There you go. And knowing the fact that most people just still continued streaming and didn't call out that bullshit tells you what's going on. They had nothing. It was for crimes that didn't even, not only did they not commit, but didn't even happen. Bahizzi, thanks for the 5 for backing me up. As someone, this is Bahizzi doing as a black man, as someone that has met Sneako off stream, I can confirm he's not racist at all. A real racist would have pulled a gun out upon meeting me black. He just pulled Sneako has a black friend card. Thanks a lot, bro.
How could you consider yourself a conservative and support that madness? Well, he and his brother have been released from prison, and here is what he said on his way out. Take a listen.
I just want to say that the judges today made the right decision. I respect what they've done for me, and they will be vindicated in their decision because I'm an innocent man and I can't wait to prove it.
Hello, Andrew.
Freedom at last.
Hey, shout out to my Muslims. I want to say it's happy Ramadan. There's still 2 weeks left of Ramadan. Fasted today, fasted yesterday. First time I haven't been doing it for the whole Ramadan, but I decided to start. I was traveling in Japan, so, I wasn't fasting while I was traveling. I wanted to try the food. But now I'm back here. I'm going to be fasting for the rest of Ramadan every single day. I think iftar is at 6:37 p.m. and you're supposed to go to the mosque afterward, or you're supposed to pray afterwards, a specific prayer. I'm trying to learn all of that. And it's been difficult because I've been in the gym every day, but it was really, today was difficult because I did a really hard workout, but trying out fasting. And I recommend, even for the Christians watching, I recommend for you to try it. Fasting is just good for you. And do you know that Jesus was fasting? Jesus fasted on Ramadan, if I'm not mistaken. So, but it's been good. Alhamdulillah.
Brother, mashallah, mashallah. It's a little bit emotional. I've been in one room since last year, so it's a little bit emotional. I want to give respect, firstly, to the judges who heard us today, because they were very attentive and they listened to us and they let us free, so I have to give absolute respect to them. I truly believe that justice will be served in the end. There is 0% chance of me being found guilty of something I have not done. I maintain my absolute innocence, and I think most people understand this, and I look forward to being home.
He also followed that up with this tweet. He wrote, "Since last year, I've been in 24-hour lockdown, no yard time, pacing a 3-meter cell with 0 electronics or outside contact. Absolute clarity of mind, real thoughts, real plans. Vivid pain. 1 hour home and I can't stand my phone. Some habits die hard. We must defeat Shaitan," which is,
Satan.
I assume, Islamic for Satan. I just, again, cannot comprehend how any person does not see how evil what happened to him was. To be clear, he spent 3 months in a 3-meter cell with access to nobody but his own thoughts. Would you survive that?
4 months.
Could you imagine if that happened to you and no formal charges were brought against you, and then the outside world and all of their freedom was saying that you deserved it somehow because they don't like your rhetoric, they don't like that you smoke cigars, and that you're disrespectful toward women who, by the way, many oftentimes are disrespecting themselves before you can even get a chance to disrespect them. Could you imagine this? I'm just completely baffled by the conservative response to this. What happened here is horrific. I commend him on his strength. I don't know that I could do that in isolation for 90 days. I don't know that I could do it. And every time I see evil, I'm going to speak up against it. I don't care how that makes other people feel based on his language and what he says about people. It doesn't matter to me. I am hoping to have the opportunity to interview him. And I am also hopeful that it was perhaps this exposure, people talking about this evil, that made it so that they could not once again extend his detention. By the way, they're calling it a detention. We didn't arrest him. We just detained him for 90 days, and we took all of his personal property, which they did. They took his cars. Just detaining all of these things for what reason? What's behind this? This doesn't really make sense. This is obviously a flawed system of government, a repeatedly flawed system of government that we are seeing all across the world right now, especially in the Western Hemisphere. All right, guys, that's all the time that we have for today. I have some exciting exclusive content coming up on Daily Wire Plus. So click the link in the description and subscribe right now. And be sure to come back tomorrow for an all-new episode.
Incredible how many people were celebrating that and how they're not going to apologize.
That's it. Your job?